With Elbc Newsline. Today is Tuesday, February 3, 2026, and these are our top stories. President Joseph Boyka makes new appointment affecting Rural Renewable Energy Agency Board.
Our candidacy for election to the African Union Peace and Security Council has been accepted by the African Union.
Government welcomes acceptance of Liberia's candidacy for a seat on the African Union Peace and Security Council. ECOWAS high-level statutory meetings opened on Wednesday in Monrovia. And in foreign news, Ethiopia's Prime Minister accuses Eritrea's army of atrocities on Tigray war, which ended in 2022. These stories and much more, including sports, the weather report, the news in Liberian English and French. But first, Pastor Talu and the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boyka has appointed Lincoln Tubakoli as a member of the board of directors for the Rural Renewable Energy Agency. Mr. Colley's appointment aligns with the RREA Act of 2015 and follows the passing of former board member civil engineer Yaya Sow. An executive marshal release as Mr. Colley brings over a decade of professional experience in engineering and field services to the RREA board. President Boyka has also renominated Mr. Benjamin Beer as Commissioner of the Bureau Administrative District, Miami Statutory District, Riverside County. The President urged the Senate's swift consideration in the interest of strengthening governance, advancing rural electrification, and improving local administration and service delivery for the Liberian people. The government of Liberia has welcomed the acceptance of Liberia's bid for a seat on the African Union Peace and Security Council for the 2026-2028 period. Deputy Foreign Minister for International Cooperation and Economic Integration, Dr. Ibrahim Yan, disclosed that Liberia was accepted by the AU describing it as a major diplomatic achievement. Deputy Minister Yan said the acceptance reflects growing confidence in Liberia's leadership and foreign policy direction within the global community.
Candidacy for election to the African Union Peace and Security Council has been accepted by the African Union, and this election will take place next week at the 48th session of the Executive Council of the African Union on February 11 and February 12 in Addis Ababa.
According to him, the Foreign Ministry is working closely with international partners to secure support for Liberia's bid, ensuring that the country's positions align with global expectations and regional interests. He noted that the acceptance of Liberian candidacy places the country in a stronger position to contribute meaningfully to international decision-making and multilateral cooperation. Meanwhile, government says it is advancing Liberia's economic diplomacy through the Liberia-European Union Business Forum scheduled for February 24, 2026 in Brussels. Deputy Foreign Minister for International Cooperation and Economic Integration, Dr. Ibrahim Yan, said the forum is being organized in collaboration with the National Investment Commission and the European Union. Deputy Minister Yan disclosed that about 60 Liberian businesses, including private firms and state-owned enterprises, will participate in the event. He said the forum will feature panel discussions, investment presentations, and business meetings with European partners. Meanwhile, the Deputy Minister noted that the ministry expressed the engagement to attract investment and strengthen Liberia's economic partnerships. Liberia is set to host the joint ECOWAS statutory meetings from February 4 to the 13th at the Central Bank of Liberia. The high-level meetings bring together the ECOWAS Commission and its monetary and financial bodies, convened twice annually on a rotational basis across member states. The statutory meetings serve as a critical platform for assessing macroeconomic performance and advancing regional economic integration. According to a release, the decision-making structure of the statutory meetings includes the Joint Technical Committee, the Committee of Governors, and the Convergence Council of the Minister of Finance and Central Bank Governors. The release says the upcoming meetings will review member states' macroeconomic developments and evaluate progress toward meeting the ECOWAS macroeconomic convergence criteria, benchmarks essential to the successful launch of the region's planned single currency, the ECO. Liberia's hosting of the 2025 end-year joint meetings underscores the country's continued commitment to regional cooperation, macroeconomic stability, and the broader ECOWAS vision of military integration. The Defense Ministry has outlined a series of activities leading to the official celebration of this year's Armed Forces Day. Armed Forces Day is celebrated on February 11 each year in honor of those defending the country's national security and territorial integrity. The Defense Ministry named rehearsals, issuance of uniforms, Jumat service, sporting activities, and medical outreach, among others. The ministry, in a release, extended pre-Armed Forces Day greetings to President Joseph Boakai and AFL Chief of Staff Brigadier General David Simpole. The release noted that the celebration will begin with the hoisting of the nation's flag at the Barclays Training Center, followed by a parade and officers' dinner at the Executive Pavilion. Youth and Sports Minister Designate Anthony Kodinakura has responded to recent public endorsements from various groups ahead of a confirmation hearing. Multiple organizations, including the Union of Nima University and college students associations, have released statements supporting her confirmation. In a release or response, Anthony Kura expressed gratitude for the solidarity and encouragement shown by young people and student groups nationwide. She, however, clarified that views and content of those public endorsements were created independently and without consultation with her or her team. Anthony Kura reiterated her commitment to a confirmation process characterized by stability, mutual respect, and trust in the nation's institutions. Former Monterey District 12 Representative Professor Richmond Anderson is recommending the establishment of a Media and Communication Advisory Office at the presidency. Professor Anderson believes such office is critical to ensuring accuracy in official state communications. The recommendation follows concerns over the reported leakage of the president's annual message prior to his official delivery. Professor Anderson says stronger internal checks would help restore public trust in presidential communications. The Chief Executive Officer of the National Water, Sanitation and Hygiene Commission, George Nyango, says government is preparing a national roadmap aimed at ending open defecation across Liberia. Mr. Nyango explained that the roadmap seeks to ensure the safe disposal of human waste in homes, schools, health facilities, and public spaces to prevent the spread of waterborne diseases. Instead, the initiative will be launched as a nationwide public movement calling on Liberians, government officials, and lawmakers to support efforts to eliminate open defecation. The WASH Commission CEO noted that data from UNICEF and other partners show high rates of open defecation in the country, with serious consequences for public health and water safety. Meanwhile, Mr. Nyango has emphasized the need for stronger coordination, noting that the Commission holds monthly sector meetings to align government agencies, private sector actors, and partners toward a common course of action. The True Wing Party has announced plans to hold its 37th National Convention this weekend in Buchanan Grant, Basse County. The announcement was made through an official release issued on Tuesday. According to the release, all leadership positions, standard bearer, and national chairman within the party will be contested during the convention. The movement is part of ongoing efforts to rebrand the party ahead of the 2029 presidential elections. The convention is expected to bring delegates from across the country to elect a new national leadership for the True Wing Party. The council chair of the St. Matthew Lutheran Church says managing resources responsibly and building sustainable systems secure the future of a church. Councillor Bobby Livingston, speaking at the Leadership and Investment Summit 2026, said the theme of the summit aligns with the vision of his administration as council chair. He said under his vision, church leadership, investment, and sustainability is the present age. They are guided by pillars of prayers, works, and results. Pastor Livingston noted that the theme reminds them that leadership must be prayerful in spirit, diligent in effort, and fruitful in outcome. He noted that as they engage in dialogue, share strategies, and explore investment models, they should also be inspired to embody servant leadership, prepare the next generation, and ensure that the church remains a beacon of hope. Pastor Livingstone disclosed that they are looking forward for the St. Matthew Lutheran Church to be financially stable and a blueprint of a modern edifice for the future, and hope to achieve this in the soonest possible time. The mayor of Blessed City in Grand Julia County, Philip Genayo, has confirmed the arrival of 50 pieces of solar lights and poles to light up the city. The gesture is in fulfillment of Vice President Jeremiah Poon's promise made to the people during his recent visit to the county. Our correspondent said the Vice President further cautioned that the lights be maintained and used for the intended purpose. Mayor Genayo assured that the lights would be well taken care of. Meanwhile, community members have begun planting the poles for the installation of the lights. Grant Basket County Superintendent Kyle Johnston has broken ground for the construction of the Benson River Public School worth $220,000. The project is intended to improve access to quality education and reduce overcrowding in public schools in the county. Our correspondent, the school has been housed in a rented building since the 80s, but the disclosure by the superintendent is now putting smiles on the faces of many residents and students in the area. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony, Superintendent Johnson noted that education remains the heartbeat of government, and as such, the county authority will ensure young people get the necessary education they deserve. Swarthmore University has received a container truck loaded with office and classroom equipment to enhance the university's administrative operations. The items include office cabinets, chairs for the university's audio-visual room, conference room chairs, computers, and other fragile equipment. According to TU President Dr. Olu Menje, the items are expected to support the effective functioning of various offices and learning spaces across the campus.
To convey the 40-foot container from the U.S. and interestingly, we brought it straight from the seaport straight to harbor to show again the road is far better than it used to be.
He stated that the achievement is as a result of his continued engagement and strong partnerships with supporters outside Liberia, reflecting his dedication to improving infrastructure and enhancing the learning environment at TU. Meanwhile, several students, faculty members, and staff of the university have praised Dr. Menje for the initiative. Margibi County Representative Emmanuel Yah has begun the construction of a 5-kilometer road in District 4 of Margibi County. The project, which aims to provide smooth movement for citizens in the district, is poised to connect over 20 towns and villages. Our correspondent said yellow machines have been deployed to grade the road, especially the one that leads to Monrovia. Representative Yah is quoted as saying the gesture followed the visit to the area after noticing the deplorable condition of the road. And law enforcement officers in Lower Margibi County have forwarded a 30-year-old man to court for allegedly killing his biological daughter. The suspect, identified as Lesser Lincoln, was arrested in Lima County following a manhunt operation. Community dwellers told our correspondent that the child lived with the suspect alone in the Bakley Farm area.
Pastor Talu and the news bulletin.